Hi, I'm DJ Simba from Digital Surge, and today I'm going to show you how to sample on FL Studio. Alright, so first things first. First, we have to answer the question, what is a sample? Well, glad you asked. A sample is pretty much a portion of an audio recording or song that you have taken and manipulated. So, it's not to be mistaken for a loop, but it is very similar, and in fact, a sample can become a loop. So, first, for you to show you today, I have actually got a pre-made song because just for the sake of time. Now, in the song, I used a sample of a guy playing a violin very crazily. I'll might as well show you. Sounds like this. Alright, so I took that sample and what I pretty much turned it into was a rap style beat, I guess. I wouldn't quite say trap music, but you know, pretty close. So here it is. I'll just play like a portion of it. No, sorry about that. Just play from here.
This is a Simtech production.
Alright, so you kind of get the gist of it. So pretty much what I'm going to show you is what I did to get my sample working the way it does. Now, the actual sample is right here. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did that. Pretty much, you want to get your original sample, well, your original piece, and sample it. So what you can do is you can right click and click edit, and then that'll put it in Edison. Or I'm just going to do it right here. I'm going to go to Edison and simply just drag and drop. And I'm just gonna get rid of all this stuff. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna chop the section that we want, and then we're going to add a marker to it. And what the markers do is pretty much you can set notes to markers. So when you hit a key, it goes from that specific marker. I didn't really need multiple. I only used one, but I can show you how to put more than one marker. All right, so I want from about there. That's all I'm going to take. So, okay, it's already detached. All right, so I'm just going to make this bigger so we can all see. And I'm just going to change the snap option to snap to sample, just because it's a smaller increment than what it usually is. And just gonna delete the whole first bit. Now, obviously, you'd listen to it before you deleted it, but I pretty much know where I want to be right now, and it's a fairly easy to see in this song where the sample is. Now, after about here, I don't really want any of that, so it's just excess, but just to keep a large enough portion, I'm just gonna delete from about there. Alright, so I have my sample, and what I want to do is I want to go to this right here, and as you can see right there, like if you put your mouse or cursor, whatever you want to use, over anything, it shows you what it is right at the top, right here. So you want to go to regions and then add marker. All right, so I'll name this marker crazy, and that's gonna be my starting point. Now you can add another marker if you want. I'll just show you right here. I'll just call this one 2. So you can add multiple, and you just kind of drag them to wherever you want. And then that's that. All right. And then you can turn it into a region, or add the trigger notes. I'm not going to add the trigger notes because I'm only really using one marker. But if you add the trigger notes, then you can pretty much tell that it's going to be triggered by that note, be it on a keyboard, a drum machine, or anything. All right, so now that we've done that, we're going to we're going to save the sample. So save the sample as. I like to save my samples in recordings in a folder that's already pre-made, or you can even make it just to keep things neat. So we go to your recording folder in already in FL, so program files, and then you go to image line, FL Studio, data, patches, and recorded. And I've already got 2 here. I'm just gonna actually no, I'm not gonna replace this one. I'm gonna replace this one. The T is for tutorial right there. All right, so that is done. Now we are going to, here it is. All right, so you can see that the sample is, well, chopped up and everything. And from here, what we're gonna do is, oh yeah, you can see the markers and everything too. So from here, what we're gonna do, I'm actually gonna show you on the one that I already did it on, which is the sample I'm actually using in this song. It starts off sounding like this. So any note I press, it just keeps playing. Well, it would just keep playing in the same thing. And it's the same thing just over and over again in different pitch. So what I did, and what you should do, I suggest at least, is make it so it only plays for as long as you hold the note. So what you have to do is just turn your attack down, turn your hold, actually keep your hold up, I'd say. Decay, sustain, and release down. Because also, just turning on time will make it so when you press a note, it'll hold it for as long as as your finger's done. But the thing is that when you release, it takes a while to let go. That's why I turn all these things down. And so now it should sound like, yeah. So there it is. And that is pretty much the sampling of it done. All right, so now that we've got the actual sample created, now let's actually apply it to something. I can show you how I applied it to this little song I made right now. So, we have the sample, and here I kind of just played around with it. I'll show you this example. So you see, I just made that an intro. And I'll show you the parts right now, actually. I'll just go right through them. This is sample 1. And then I just put a deep kick. Another just deep kick pattern. Clap. Well, distorted snare, but whatever. Another snare. Another snare pattern. This is the main part. See, I just pretty much used that one thing because it went so well. And now here's the clap. And hi-hat, which I don't think I even used. I didn't even use the hi-hat. It was unnecessary. Okay. So, that's pretty much it, you know? I just, the other thing I added just was really just, some fade-ins, well, up filters, and just for effect, because it goes really well. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something, and hope to see you again next time.
This is a Syntech production.